Cinema 5D at IBC 2017 is brought to you by B&H, the professional source for all your video needs. Blackmagic Design, amazing solutions for film, post-production and television. TV Logic, always on air. Tilta, arm your camera. And Fujinon, ultimate optical performance.
Hi, this is Adam from Cinema 5D and I'm here with Sundeep at the Zeiss booth to talk a bit about their extended data, which is now part of the Zeiss CP.3 lenses. So Sundeep, can you tell us a bit about what extended data is and why it's important for lenses and for production?
Sure. Yes, the CP.3 extended data is basically cooked/eye data plus Zeiss lens characteristics. So what we're doing with the CP3s is we are actually outputting the shading data as well as the distortion data, which is very, very important for VFX facilities and VFX artists, because one of the things that we end up doing is we basically need to shoot charts if it's a VFX heavy project. So we start shooting charts with all those lenses, and then all of that data is taken in, and then they start calculating and measuring all of that. But now you don't have to do all of that because the lenses are outputting that data, which is really, really important for them. You can start calculating everything based on that data.
Okay, I've been on shoots before where we've had to do it the old-fashioned way of getting a measuring tape out and recording all of the lens data, including the aperture and the actual focal distance that you're measuring your subjects at, all for the post-production and VFX workflow. So this is really speeding that up. Can you tell us about the processing of all of this data that you end up with?
Yeah, so we have an encoder track in the lens, which is all calculated for and calibrated. And we can get that data across as we pull focus and iris. All of that data flows through a master locket box, and we can connect to a master locket box via Wi-Fi through SilverStack and LiveGrade, and we can pull that data across. SilverStack and LiveGrade from Pomfret are pretty much what every DIT right now is using, so it's very, very popular, and it's also very efficient, software suite in my opinion. So all of that's being used to take this data, and you get a ZLCF file, which is a Zeiss lens correction file, and this can in turn be read by DaVinci Resolve. So we're working with other partners as well to read these files and correct for distortion and shading, and also add effects on top of the corrections. This is shading, and this is what a DOP would do sitting with a DIT, try and look for the shading correction. And this is distortion. We're correcting for the distortion here. So we're getting rid of the little bulge in the center, and you see the edges as well.
In terms of the kind of pricing and availability of this from small production companies all the way up to feature films, you mentioned the master locket box. So can the lenses be bundled with this, and are we looking at any kind of pricing on that?
Well, the master locket box will be part of the kit. The pricing is basically going to be 1,200 euros more than the CP3s at the moment. So.
Okay, brilliant. Well, Sundeep, thank you very much, and thank you very much for actually going through the workflow of this extended data. It is really important for post-production workflow, no matter how small or large your either VFX production is or your post workflow is. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for watching.